everyone, it's Stephanie, and in today's video we got my take on a zipper tumbler. So if you're new to our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to see more videos like this one, or anything in particular, leave them in the comment section down below. And as usual, if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay, so we have our cup, and this is a 30-ounce tumbler, and it's already primed. So we primed that yesterday, so it's been about 24 hours. We got our Mod Podge. You could use any type of Mod Podge. This is the one I have. I got this at either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. You're gonna need your alcohol, paper towels, sheet of paper to catch the glitter. We're going to start with the white. We're going to use the white glitter and orange glitter. We're going to begin with this one. Your zipper. This is a 23-inch zipper. So yeah, you'll need your zipper, your tape. I got a paper plate here, a foam brush, some masking tape, the Cricut knife, and my scissors. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we are going to figure out where we want our zipper. And I'm going to put mine right here. And I'm going to start, I like the way this little nodule looks, so I'm going to start mine at the bottom right there. So we're going to unzip this as far as we want it, and I want mine, let's see, about right there, and we're gonna open it up rather wide. So let's go ahead and cut down the zipper. We're not gonna cut the top and the bottoms yet, we're just gonna cut along the side. All right. So this tumbler is going to represent both colleges that I go to, and we want it rather wide on top, so we're gonna do it about like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I am going to take some alcohol on this paper towel here, and I am going to clean off the surface because we don't want any of those fibers showing through in our cup, or in our white glitter especially, or any of our glitter really. But okay, so we got it wiped off, zipper to the side. Oh, another thing we're going to use is some water decals, and we'll get to those later, but for now let's start glittering the cup. Okay, so we are going to put an appropriate amount. We don't need too much here. It's probably too much. Just make sure you stick down all those edges towards where the Mod Podge is going to be. And we'll start going up like that. Okay, I'm going to take one of these paper towels and I am going to wipe off right here. This is not necessary, but this is what I'm going to do because I don't want that on that tape. So once I'm done doing that, I'll go up along that tape with some more Mod Podge, but not over the tape. Okay. So, set that to the side. Grab our glitter. Take the tape off that. All right, and there is our first part. So we're gonna let that dry and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back and we got our cup here and I accidentally scraped off some of the paint, but that's okay because that's gonna be covered anyway. So we have our glitter here, and before I started filming, I put a coat of this Rust-Oleum satin clear enamel just to seal the glitter. And I also have my water slide decals here. So this is going to be on the outside and this is going to be on the inside because Odessa College is blue and white and my UTPB is orange, black, and white. So like I said, I'm going to do, I got my associate's degree from Odessa College, so we're going to be putting that on this portion of it. And then the UTPB one will be putting on the other portion. So we got this sealed right here. And we're going to let that dry for 24 hours. And then once that's dry, I will put another clear coat of this Rust-Oleum satin clear enamel over it. And then we'll be back. Okay, so we are back and we have our cup here. And I let it sit to dry out. And then I sliced off the edges right here where the zipper is gonna be. And I used the Rust-Oleum clear coat. Now whenever I was using the Rust-Oleum, you can see it melted the other clear coat a little bit, and so I did get a little color issues with my label, but that's okay because once I put epoxy over it, that will be covered anyhow. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go where I'm going to put my zipper. And I'm going to put a line of hot glue going all the way down to the end of the cup. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift that up and we're going to cut off the tops of these zippers right here. Now, we got our other design, and since this part of the cup is going to be orange, our design is multicolored, but it has white in it, and the white, as you know, shows up clear. What we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and cut this design in half because I want it to go on the outside of it. So I'm going to take this and go right up the middle, just like that. And so it's going to be like this, and then I'm going to trim off this little corner right here because I want it to be just like that. So that's how I want that to be. Okay, and then on this side over here, I'm going to do the same thing because it's going to be right there along the edge. And so let's see, make sure it lines up. We don't want it not to line up. Okay, so that's going to be like that. And this one is going to be like that. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it in the same spot, just like that, so that they line up together. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my cup and I am going to get a permanent marker. And mind you, this will be covered up, but I need an outline. Okay, so now, like I said, this right here is see-through, so underneath it is gonna have to be done in white. So now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to trace it. So all that section right there is going to be in white, and we will overlap the orange just a little bit around the edges because we have a little bit of room to do so, just to clean it up. So now we're going to set our design to the side because we're not ready for that yet. We're going to take a very minute amount of our Mod Podge, just like that much is all we need for this one. And we are going to freehand the area right here where we're going to do the white glitter. And then we're going to grab our dusting brush and we are going to dust off that zipper because we don't want none of that glitter on that zipper. And we did get a little bit of Mod Podge. A little glitter is not going to hurt it, but like I said, we don't want too much of that on there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside and we'll be back when it's dry to do another coat. Okay, so we're back. And we got our cup here. So now we're going to take our paintbrush and dust off the excess glitter. Okay. We're going to grab a little bit more Mod Podge. Just like that. Don't want too much. We're going to go over this again. We got that done. So now we're going to set this aside and let it dry again. Okay, so we're back. And I dusted this off. So now what we're going to do, we are going to take some Mod Podge and we are going to go around this right here. And I'm gonna continue going slightly over that edge. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our orange glitter so we're going to let that dry and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. This is dry now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dust off all that. Okay. Grab our Mod Podge. And we'll be back. Okay, so we're back and we got our cup, so we're gonna dust off this. So I'm gonna do a little bit of correcting. I'm gonna go through and I am going to take an orange and paint over this glitter. Okay, so I got a paper plate, my fluffy paintbrush, and some Master's Touch, just orange paint. And since this is completely see-through and it don't matter how many coats I'm going to do, it's still going to be see-through, I am going to go over this with the orange paint and use that kind of like the Mod Podge. And see what happens there. So I'm going to squirt out some orange right there. And of course, if you know acrylic paint, it's thick. So I got this plate of water over here from when we did the water slide. And I am going to add just a little bit to this right here. Oh. Oh. And mix that up like this. We don't want it too liquefied, but we want it still to be opaque. Okay, and so I'm just gonna go around and paint this on here. There is the painted tumbler. And now what we'll do is, it's still wet, so we're gonna take our glitter Okay, so there's that. And now we're gonna let this sit and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. The paint has dried, and as you can see, it looks a lot better. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dust it off just like we would with Mod Podge. Okay. And what we're going to do is we are going to go on the inside of this right here. So now what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and seal the orange as well. So I did the white. I just got to make sure not to touch the white, or it will ruin it. If we wanted to, we can do an extra thick coat right here over the white, just to seal that in as well. Let that completely dry, and then we'll be back and we'll see where we're at then. Okay, so we're back. We got our water here, our design. We're going to go ahead and stick the design in the water. Watch it curl up on us. And then we're going to hold that there for a minute. We're going to grab our mug, our tumbler. And as you can see, my Odessa College got a little orange from the glitter transfer. I'm not too worried about it, but if you don't want that, you could easily change it by adding some more white glitter or white paint or whatnot, but I'm just gonna leave it like that because, well, it don't really bother me, and this is a personal cut. If it was for somebody else, I would definitely be fixing that, but since it's for me, I'm not really too worried about it. And there you have it. So now we're going to let this dry, and we will be back in 24 hours to put a layer of Moxie. Mod Podge over this. Not epoxy, not Moxie, Mod Podge. And then we're going to glitter it. We're going to glitter over it with some of the iridescent white glitter. So we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. Now, this is completely dried. What we're going to do is we're going to go over this. And we'll be back to sealing that area here in a little bit. Okay, so we are back. And we got our cup here. We're going to go ahead and dust all that off. All the extra glitter that's not stuck on there. Okay. Good, good. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our Mod Podge and go over all of it just like we did the rest of the cup. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let that dry for 24 hours. I'll go ahead and epoxy it, and then we'll be back to show you the final results. Okay, so we're back and we are finished, and here is the final product. So, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more tutorials like this one, or anything in particular, leave it in the comment section down below. And as usual, if you're new to our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. So thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a good day. Bye.